Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Vintagecraft. It's me, Lunch, and we have hit the World Recap episode. For those of you that are new here, the World Recap, I do one every 10 episodes. My thought is no one has time sometimes. I mean, I know I don't have much time and I can't watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, but it's episodes like this that kind of cram the past 10 episodes of the Vintagecraft LP, and I just give you a tour of what I've conquered, what I've built, my failures, and my successes, I guess. And we start off with the first success of episode 50 to 60, and that is our beacon here. Fighting this wither was something else, dude. I have never felt so terrified in my life. But man, once I beat it, I felt like I was on top of the world. And this was the spot that I chose for it, here in the middle of the home base, or at least the auto sorters. But it's been dancing around with me. I've taken it out to mine a quarry out 2,000 blocks away. I've used it to build the barn here. But yeah, this was a monumental step in Vintagecraft. This is the first time I've ever gotten a beacon the real way. And I learned a lot of, I think, very crucial Minecraft lessons while trying to acquire it. Once the beacon was done, I took some time. I felt like I did not have a proper home area that I enjoyed being in. And I devoted myself to this auto sorter. If I was going to have a home, the starting area better be comfy. And I decked the place out. I put the little carpet there. I made this little box for the storage system. I put these cool little steps that go into it. In post thought, this is not very accessible. Like, it looks really nice, but I haven't really spent much time here, and I've been trying to figure out why. But yeah, I spent some time here early on, making the place look nicer, but I don't think I have found my niche or my style quite yet. I think there are some starting points, but honestly, it looks less empty, but it still isn't very inviting. After doing this, I was kind of sick and tired of cosmetic projects. I didn't feel like building for looks anymore. I wanted to expand. I felt like I was not able to enchant things. I felt like I didn't have much resources. So I built a new mob farm ever since my barn back there broke. And it works all right. It isn't the best thing because mob collision is a little clapped in 1.6. But I'll show you the general gist. I have particles off, but they're mating here. And you see we get a little baby cow. And then I turn on this button. Little baby cow gets scooped under. And they get sent over to the chamber. As you see here they are. And they flow in, right? As you see, I've been busy. Mainly with cows, because I just want to make books to enchant. Or at least I wanted to at the time. And this farm is a little broken, unfortunately. But as long as I have animals in here, it'll work. As you see, I had another sheep here, but they somehow slipped through. But that's no problem. I can always get more sheep. Over here is the pig farmer, but there's nothing there. I eventually built this barn around it. Took a while to collect all the resources, but it was a pretty fun project. I used... Oh yeah, this activates the water here, and the pigs would be bouncing, and that's when I would feed them the carrots. And then all the offspring would just shoot around and end up here. And eventually there, as you can see. So yeah, the barn. I used the land to sort of form the hills in here. The barn feels like a huge box on the outside, but at least the inside feels a little more dynamic, and you get these really cool views. But I kind of went over that before. Just wanted to give you something to see. If you're curious, it's a pretty big area. Put a spawner here, but I was never able to link it, or at least I haven't tried yet. Yeah. By the way, guys, I'm sorry about the mic buzzing. I was trying to resolve the issue and I could not come to a conclusion. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. I might try and experiment with some normalizing and taking out sounds you don't want. But as for now, I think we're just going to have to deal with it. That takes us to our next project, though. Our villager breeder. So in the old base, I used to have a villager breeder. As you can see, it's the exact same shape and look as the one inside the tower over there. The problem here is I put these glowstone lights like an idiot, and a freaking zombie got in. The only way I found out was I was walking past here. I think I was making this garden, and I noticed there were no villagers, and I look over here and there was just a pile of rotten flesh, and I was like, wow, never again am I gonna deal with this. Moving villagers was so tough. When I was building that wall, 2 villager zombies came to me, so I unturned them back to villagers, and I kept them in a little hut for the longest time. So yeah, I eventually developed the inside of that wall. I didn't do it. I was building something in creative. By the way, check out this nether. I've been really expanding our little nether hub, and while it doesn't look pretty, we got a lot of places we can go to much faster. But that's besides the point, and I'll show you later. I was anyways building a villager building in my creative world, and I realized they weren't breeding, so I was like, what's going on, you know? And I found out that they need daylight, or at least the access, like where the doors are, they need access to daylight. So I was like, I gave up. As you see, this is the remnants. I gave up on trying to build like a cool apartment building for villagers, and I decided to repurpose the inside of this column to be the villager breeder. And as you see, I can just stack these up really high, and they go up pretty high. And I gave them access to all the rooms, and they just go in them. They've been doing very well out here. Is he gonna fall? I'm scared they're gonna fall and then die eventually just from fall damage. That's fine, because they just continue breeding anyways. And they have spawned a iron golem, so now I have no worries. I put this iron door here. Nothing can get in, nothing can get out. These villagers are mine, and I'm slowly trapping them. Get aqua affinity, which is interesting. I'm slowly trapping them. I think I'm gonna make the apartment the villagers that I want to keep forever, because they can give me infinite trades. I haven't found good ones yet, and I'm slowly amassing the resources in order to get the good trades. I think I just need to start building big farms, which eventually led me to this. Now, I've been working on it off camera, so it might look a little different from the video. But initially, it was just 3 rows of crop here. It's an auto harvester. And you know what? For you guys, I'll run it so you can see how much stuff comes out of it. I added some new layers, but check this out. Look at all that water. Look at all these crops. Yeah, baby. Look at that. And it just takes it all down. Have these cool little maintenance areas so we can get in here and replant. But yeah, I think I'm entering the late game, and I'm at the point where I need an absorbent amount of resources, and this is a great place to expand. So I built my giant Tyson's chicken and animal factory, and I have my giant farm here. Giant Jolly Green Giant farm, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, now watch. So take a second. I'm not gonna make you go through this. Now since I'm entering the mid to late game, I decided to go and kill the Ender Dragon. And as a commenter said, I have finally unlocked Ender Pearls and the Stronghold itself. I went plundering in it, and I just want to show you the portal. I'm not going to show you the entire Stronghold, but Here is the portal itself. So you can see this is the new Nether Hub. A little ugly, but, you know, fairly useful. I think I have a cart in my inventory, but I don't know. And we made a little home base here at the Stronghold. Do I have any stuff here? Yeah, look at all these iron doors. Look at all this crap. Do I have any more bars, or did I take them all? I'll take this stuff. I do need it. I have a cart. Cool. Here's the portal itself. Should I jump in? I don't feel like doing that. It's a little sketchy. I don't feel like fighting right now. Just wanted to show you guys a stronghold here. And I will finish this world recap at what I'm most happy with is my build of our old spider spawners. So I've had these spider spawners forever. And in the early game, I didn't really have good enough tools to utilize both of these spawners. I needed to use iron swords, and I was going through them so quick that I just stopped using the farm. But I realized now, I built my zombie farm over there, and I was able to get some really good enchants. And I had a bunch of these like Bane of Arthropod swords that I felt kind of bad about. I didn't want to just throw them in lava. So I brought them here, and you can already hear them. Oh my god. Let me turn my volume down. There we go. Sorry if you hear my microphone buzz, but yeah, I can't stand that. Anyways, I was here with my Bane of Arthropod sword, and I realized that this spawner is actually really good. All I need to do is AFK here for 20-25 minutes, and that's already 30 levels. And if I AFK here for longer, my computer might explode. I did a short about it. It was the most spiders I've ever seen here. There's 2 cave spiders here. Look at that. You can even see my renovations still. 2 cave spiders. One in there, one in here. They flow down into the killing chamber. But that's nothing new. This has been here since like episode 15 of Vintagecraft. What is new is all this other stuff here. I made it much livelier. I closed off the ravine, so it stops there. This is a bigger ravine with the mine shaft here, obviously. And yeah, I made the space much more cosmetically pleasing, I guess. Give it all these little pathways. That was old generation. That was already there. I just spruced it up a little bit. This waterfall takes you into the jungle, by the way, so that's another out. I also added this little walkway here, and I made all this storage for enchants. I'm going to make this the main enchanting space. And as you see, all my books and stuff, they're all going to be here. I'm going to have stacks of anvils once I get all the iron for it. But yeah, this is the spider spawner. I'm really happy with it. Let me take you down as well. We can go down here. I put grass. I felt like this place needed a little more green. Whoa. Where'd you come from? What? You know, out of all this time, we're almost at a year at having this LP. 2 spiders have gotten out of the spawner. And to this day, it hasn't repeated. I don't know how they squeeze themselves out. Maybe there's some weird collision mechanics, but yeah, it's kind of funky. I added this glass here so you can see them. I really like it, especially when they cram up. It's truly crazy how many spiders are here. If we broke 1 block, mayhem. I'd probably instantly die, even with full armor. Now, let me show you what cleaning a wave of these is like. Let's destroy this sword. I don't use Bane of Arthropods for anything else. So yeah, you just line them up here. And with a sword like this, they die in 1 shot, so you really get to kill them fast. And I don't really use Bane of Arthropods for anything else, so if it's a failed enchant, it can be used to kill spiders here. Any sword I get that I don't like, I just bring it here. And there's probably more hanging up here, so what you do now is you go up here, you let them come to the end, you let them fall into the water, pushes them in, and that's the last of them. Bang. Alright, looks like I got my 30 levels. Let's get some enchants. I kind of want a pickaxe. I want a Fortune 3 Like, there's my Fortune 3, but I want a Fortune 3 efficiency 5 pick. I already have pretty pimped out picks for other things, but I don't have this one. This is what I've been going for a while now. Alright. 1, 2, 3. No! Well, look what we have now. We have storage. I have my little random tool storage. And that's where you go. That's a killer sword. Do we have any arthropod swords? No. Yeah, this is just where my random tools. There's another efficiency. I can make another super pick. But it won't have what I want it to have. That's okay. I think that leaves it though. That's what I've done the past 10 episodes. And I think I'm gonna end the world recap there. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. I'd be happy to do a little tour. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. I hope to see you again on the next one. Yeah, take it easy. And bye-bye.